Today's sales strategy, avoiding a $20 million mistake. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Savant, host of the daily talk show, Let's Get Down to Business.
And I'm Don Pren, Senior Advisor to InsMark.
Today's sales idea, Don, is called avoiding a $20 million mistake. I'm telling you, if that's true, that's a big mistake to have. Let's walk through that and show the difference using Wealthy and Wise and why this is a $20 million swing in net worth. Let's walk through the beginning first. We're talking about this gal, Dr. Rand. She has $350,000 taxable assets at 5%, $350,000 in tax exempts at 4%, $1.5 million in equity assets growing at about 7.5% with a 1% dividend, $300,000 in defined contribution assets making about 7.5%, and another $500,000 in her residence growing at 5%. And of course, she's got a mortgage at 4.4% at $400,000, and an art collection at 7.5%, about $100,000 into that. And then her personal property, cars, different things in her home equals about $3.1 million in her total net worth. Now, keep that in mind because we're talking about that's her total net worth. Now, I just want to go through and just show, using Wealthy and Wise again, let's just do what she has today. Walk us through, this is her current situation.
Sure.
Walk us through that.
With Wealthy and Wise, you plug in the assets you just went through, and then sort of as a baseline, this is sort of the do-nothing plan. That's what you're seeing with strategy number one. If she has income coming out, which is shown down here, she's told us a certain amount of income that she wants, actually $27 million over her entire retirement. Her net worth, as you can see, with the current do-nothing plan, is she starts here and grows to about $24 million net worth. And so that's sort of where things will go based on the assets she have, the growth assumptions, the retirement income she's told us she wants. That's sort of what happens.
Okay, so really this is her current position on a graph.
That's right. And then the strategy two is where if we can go back to that, I want to show this strategy number two right here. If we come down, strategy number two is where we take $100,000 a year from her current assets, current liquid assets, and we transfer them into a 5-pay max funded cash value policy. And what happens with that is that her net worth, given the same amount of income, the same $27 million, plus an additional $500,000 to fund that 5-pay, her net worth over time by age 100 grows to $44 million. So by repositioning assets, $500,000 of assets from her current assets into the cash value policy, we have an increase in $20 million in net worth by age 100.
Now that's really a distinction because you've used no new money. We didn't have to go out and find any. It was already in her asset allocation model. We just pulled $500,000 out, and that $500,000 turned into $20 million.
That's right. Her net worth increased from $24 million to $44 million, and those $100,000 premiums for 5 years were not expenses. Those were a reallocation, a repurposing of current liquid cash, whether it's taxable or what have you, into the cash value life insurance policy. And we leveraged the accumulation and tax benefits of the life insurance policy, made tax-free loans instead of taxable distributions for retirement, and that's what's caused that giant increase in net worth by age 100.
Now, to show the fairness of this, we added a term contract to this. So we bought a $3.6 million 30-year level term. The cost is $3,600. So let's substitute that. Instead of using the permanent indexed universal life contract, let's substitute this 30-year term contract and walk me through this.
Sure. What's happening here is, in the first strategy, we just looked at her current plan with no insurance. The second strategy, we transferred $500,000 into a cash value policy, and we saw that had a giant increase in net worth, same amount of income during retirement. With the third strategy, we're comparing it to her do-nothing plan plus buying term insurance, and that's going to look even worse because of the cost of the 30-year level. It's got to be less. So as you can see, if she were to buy a 30-year level term, her net worth drops by about $1 million by age 100. She's now down to $23 million. So it's a real simple question. Would you rather have $23 million, $24 million, or $44 million as your cushion during retirement to either take more income, or maybe your assumptions, some of your assumptions are less, your growth rates are less? I'd rather be at the $44 million.
And again, this is not costing her anything because we're just reallocating $500,000 over to using the indexed universal life.
Yeah, what Wealthy and Wise does so well is let you look at all of the assets, growth assumptions, retirement needs, and project out different scenarios, including integrating cash value life insurance as one of the accumulation assets, and it changes the sale from a life insurance premium as an expense to a life insurance premium as a capital transaction. And it's an incredibly valuable way of helping clients understand the value of this.
I want to ask you about this because I notice you have a little red arrow here saying, by the way, when this strategy occurs with the term, there is no more coverage because
right.
we didn't convert it.
That's right.
And so when the 30-year expires, it expires.
Yeah, it's really unfair to the cash value policy, even though we were already ahead by $20 million, because we're providing death benefit throughout age 100. The term insurance only provides the death benefit for 30 years until age 70, and then the death benefit's zero.
This is a great application of looking at the difference and the impact of a traditional permanent life insurance policy as it really affects and impacts significant growth in net worth. Remember, we kept all the same 3 different income scenarios relatively the same. This is an issue of net worth. And of course, if we have that kind of net worth, it could be charitable giving. It could be children, legacy for grandchildren. There's so many things to do with net worth. We're just using the same money.
Yeah, I mean, this $27 million of income during retirement was kept as a constant with all 3 plans. And for a lot of people, they're worried about running out of money. The bigger the cushion, the better they like it. And this shows that with the cash value life insurance as part of your overall asset accumulation strategy, you've got a bigger cushion to ward against running out of money.
Today's sales idea is brought to you by Ash Brokerage, the practice enhancement company.
And by InsMark, the most widely used software when it comes to strategies and presentations using cash value life insurance.